Hello, everyone. My name is Stepan Gershuni, and this is a series of short lectures where we will cover the topic of programmable economy. In these videos, we're going to talk about why decentralized technologies are such an important trend, why Web3, crypto, blockchain matters, why you should think about it, what are the applications, and how it is manifesting itself in reality, and how does it influence the world economy. Um, so we will cover a few topics. In this first video, we're going to talk about the actuality, why this topic is important, why you should care about it. Then we will talk about the cost of trust in global economy and how decentralized technology is helping to reduce it. Then we will define Web3 and talk about a few characteristics of this technology. And then we will talk about decentralized autonomous organizations. And lastly, we will discuss trends and next steps for crypto, what is happening, and what big trends you should be aware and look out for. So let's start with answering the question of why decentralized technologies are important right now. Um, right now, globally, we're entering this phase of re-decentralization of global economy. So economy was pretty much decentralized from beginning of time, from beginning of human civilization, and it became centralized just starting with industrial revolution, so last couple of hundred years. But what we're seeing today, there is re-decentralization of the economy in these four areas: work, data ownership and data creation, money, and then coordination of people. Let's take a closer look. First example would be democratization of data. So first trend that is obvious what is happening, every type of data that can be digitized is being digitized right now. Then data from closed proprietary systems, from being locked into platforms, it is being released into open protocols, which means that there's a composability of this data. So you can take data from different sources and create something valuable out of it. And technologies like self-sovereign identity also give people ability to control their data and add a layer of verifiability to that, to different types of data. Another trend is democratization of money. Cryptocurrencies have created $3 trillion market, which primarily consists of uncensorable, global, permissionless, and programmable currency. So this is something that was created just in the last 13 years, and now people can get access to money much easier, much cheaper. Basically, never before in human history you could have started and designed a monetary policy yourself from your computer and spent like $5 on it. But now you can launch a token, which is basically a small sovereign monetary system, but just not fiat money. Another example, which is very important trend, is democratization of work. And this future of work, where I think a lot of our relationship with work is going, is intersection of multiple trends. So first, there is post-pandemic world. During pandemic, all of us will learn to work remotely, to use Zoom, Slack for communication. We learn to work with people who were never actually seen in real life, and that became a norm. And there's now advanced and mature tools for that remote type of work. Another trend is the fact that freelance economy is now slowly being merged with full-time position. So by freelance or gig economy or creator economy, I mean type of work where you as a worker define what to work on, when to work on, and with whom. So you choose projects that are interesting for you. You choose people that you want to work on. You are not tied with a employment contract to get to the office at a specific time and do a specific job that your manager tells you to do. So that is slowly being merged with the job security and predictability of full-time position. And that is, I think, is a very interesting position to be, because it unleashes creativity, because people who are doing stuff that they're really interested in are doing it much better with all the structures and all the advantages of larger organizations and contracts. And then lastly, democratization of coordination is an important topic, because um, we are now seeing growth and emergence of internet native organizations that are contributor centric. So people are at the center, just like freelancers from previous example. These organizations are open source and programmable. They can be replicated. You can take processes from one organization because it's transparent and open. You can take it from one and put it into another. Therefore, you have much faster rate of experimentation and therefore much faster rate of innovation. And these organizations are inventing new coordination mechanisms. Those are called Internet Native Organizations, or DAOs, and we will talk about them in a separate video in more detail. But the overall result of all these trends is that we're reducing the cost of trust, because our approach to work, access to data, ability to use and create your own money, and cost of coordination is being reduced. There's more trust that can be created at the edges. The cost of trust is reducing. And therefore, unlike a few decades back, where we had to have these very large centralized institutions to really manage society, to manage different just institutions for education, for healthcare, for corporations, and so on. Right now, you can coordinate at the edges of this graph. The transaction costs are becoming lower on open market than it is in corporation, because you don't have this overhead of running large organization, this inefficient bureaucracy. And that is what we will talk about in the next section. Thank you.